Can I hang up?
Eren Yeager.
Can I hang up?
Oh god.
Can I hang up?
Do
Can I
you think of
I
what you
can't
want to
believe-
do during the
I can't
week?
believe you.
Or
Jesus.
do you just come up with this shit on the spot? Like,
This one was, I was taking a shit and I saw my Sunnies. I was like, I'm gonna start the episode like that.
holy
All good
shit.
ideas come.
You didn't even make it natural. Like we did the countdown, and you
it's not-
turned around, and it's just.
It's not meant to be natural, mate.
God, I thought he was going to do some stupid, like, dad joke from CSI Miami and he just
Well,
takes off the
actually-
glasses.
That would have been good. But,
Jesus Christ.
Mitchell.
Yes.
and Tolga, do you know what the difference between the Pope and a rabbi is?
No, we're not doing these jokes again. We're not doing these Pope.
Do you know the difference?
This
Oh,
sounds so dangerous.
you reckon? You should have heard him in the fucking
do you
last
know-
episode.
Do you know the difference?
My lawyer has told me not to answer.
It's gonna be.
One cuts them off and one sucks them off.
And this is where you bleep out that
Okay.
higher response.
People who wanted anime, tough luck.
Cheers. Oh, okay. Let's do this.
Jesus H. Christ.
So, welcome, guys. Not to the NerdSpice podcast. Today
No. Something different.
we decided to.
This is the Nuts
Watch.
podcast.
This is the Weeb edition. This is the Weeb edition. We wanted to talk about the recent 2 episodes of AOT and just anime in general. We seem to kind of forego that, we've realized, in the other podcast. So we're hoping to kind of revitalize it with this series here. It won't be as long formatted,
No.
much shorter, but yeah, this episode's going to be just
This is
mainly
AOT.
focusing on AOT.
AOT season review.
Season 4. Not review, impressions, because only 2 episodes
Oh,
out.
you know.
The 4?
Season 4.
Yeah,
Finale.
last season, yeah.
Oh.
You know how it says. Final season.
Yeah, just didn't know what number it was.
Yeah.
It says final
Ah.
season.
Yeah, 4. Okie dokie. So,
Doesn't give
what
me
do
a
we guys
number.
think so far? Let's do a non-spoiler, quick, how are we feeling so far?
Simply
Um,
put, it was an inflammation. It was an info splurge.
Yeah.
We had a
Yes.
bit of action. We had a bit of action in the first one.
Yeah.
Most of it was just information.
Yeah, it was just a bit. It's just building at the moment.
See,
so
I don't think it was a bad information dump.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't bad.
No. But I mean,
I found the info dump was well done. We'll talk obviously a bit more
sure, but
in future. Well, we
non-spoiler,
can
so there's
spoil.
not much I can say. But let's put it in perspective. How many episodes are in the season? Like 10?
Oh, there'll be more because there'll have to be more.
I think they'll have to be more.
Because AOT, yeah, I was thinking there'd be more. But 2 episodes.
The last couple of ones have been real short.
like,
I think
really
there'll be
short.
more though, because the manga's not even finished yet. There's literally 3 chapters left. So you know that they're waiting to release them almost by episode. Like, you know that's what they're doing once they get to the end.
I don't know. Well, it seems like they're going to get into it next week because watching that episode that came out today was actually really interesting. There was a lot of little tidbits, hidden information that might have been missed.
I don't know if you guys noticed the cameos happening in the 2nd episode.
I don't know.
Oh!
Are we going to go into spoilers
no,
now?
I did.
No, but wait. Now
I
let's go into spoilers. So
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what the spoiler mode's now, guys. The cameo was Mitchell, Eren.
Erin's
Eren's in the 2nd episode.
Was
Yeah,
he...
The guy that she helps, that fell over, that was Eren.
Falco
And
or whatever. The
yeah,
boy
the-
Colt or whatever. Falco Colt.
yeah, that ties up the arm. Says, "Are you okay?" That's Eren.
No, I
Okay.
need to go back and watch this
Yeah,
now.
the one with the crush.
I
that
literally
was
watched
Eren.
it 10 minutes
And
ago.
Also, just before, when you see Reiner and that walking on the pier, literally in the corner, you literally just see someone staring at them
Oh, really?
with long brown hair, and it's Eren.
Yeah. Well, there was someone on the
so-
top of the building, wasn't it?
The one that you talking about, the falling?
No, that was just.
No.
That was. Well, that's clearly going to be something tied with Eren. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the big, in my opinion, the big cameo of introducing. He's here, motherfucker.
He's here.
He's here.
They're talking
Which-
about going back to the island But
You
let's
know why
let's
you
start
know
off with
Tim?
episode 1. Let's not go so far into
let's
episode
start
2
off
yet.
with episode 1. I just wanted to bring that up.
Let's not go too far in yet. But
Of
that was
course.
really cool.
So at 1, started off really confusing for you guys. It did for me as well.
Mate.
We're just
Oh,
in the middle of a war.
It
In the
took me-
middle of a trench battle.
it took me 2 full episodes to realize where these episodes were situated in
Yeah.
the timeline. I
Yeah.
thought it was a prequel.
I figured it out during the first one, but still half of it I was like, oh yeah, I am so confused.
I was so confused.
Where am I? I was like,
It was
where-
really confusing.
It was confusing coming into an AOT season where it was all these new characters and everything. It's really weird in a 4th season of a show, and it's like all brand new stuff. I don't know.
Well, I guess their whole attempt is to kind of show you the Eldians,
Perspective.
or the other Eldians' perspectives.
Yeah.
the other
which-
side.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's bad. I'm saying it was confusing. Just yeah.
Well, not necessarily Marley's perspective, Tolga, I don't think. Like, we already know their perspective we got that at the end of the last season. It's more
I
showing
mean,
the
The other
Eldians.
the other side of the Eldians
Yes.
situation, not like the other side, the enemy
Yeah.
side. Of
I'll be interested to see which route he takes it with those Eldians, because I have this thought process of there's going to be an Eren massacre moment where he actually hurts other Eldians who will not help him. Because like they showed up in the big photo for the 4th season, you see Reiner standing there looking up at Eren,
Yeah.
Titan Eren. And so it looks like he's there now doing what he hates that the other Titans did to his people. So
Yeah. Well,
I wonder if they're going to do that, because in
let's-
his head now, because all he thinks of them is as the enemy.
let's talk about the war that it opened up on.
Yes.
It's
Mali versus another country or continent. I don't
Yeah,
know. The name
I
of
don't
the
know.
place.
the Mid East, not
Yeah.
the Middle East.
the Mid
The
East.
Mid East.
Taking what was
It's
it?
like
Fort
it's like
Slava?
an FMA.
Yeah, the Ishbalans. It's just like, oh no, they're not the Arabs. They're the Ishbalans. Like,
Yeah.
And
Weird.
then like they had their Greek race that like perished.
Oh,
starts
no.
with an X.
Mm.
Anyway,
But yeah, Fort
So-
Slava taking that. That was interesting, and this was the reason I thought it was a prequel, because, like,
you see all
Reiner-
these child characters that almost resemble other characters.
almost, yeah.
They're future versions of other
But
characters.
Reiner didn't look like Reiner. I thought it was his dad or something. I was like,
Yeah.
the war. Okay, this must be before they went to the island. It's a war. They were
Can we
always
mention
fighting.
though how cool it was to see warfare where they utilized Titans in like strategic ways? That was really awesome. I fucking loved that. I thought
was
that was
really
so
cool.
dope.
in like
Well,
a
I mean,
military
they-
strategy. Yeah.
it didn't. Oh, see, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool, but it just seemed to be like, I'll get rid of the artillery and then throw Titans at them.
Well,
Like,
I mean, dude, but like that's utilizing a weapon.
at one point,
I mean,
literally dropped.
It was
them on them.
it was really
it's a
powerful
literal-
in how they did it, because it literally showed you how much they don't care for Eldians. They literally dropped them from a plane.
They just grabbed a bunch of people who had supposedly, rebelled in some way, shape, or form and just dropped them like bombs. It was literally, the Titans were like a bomb strike.
They were
which was really
orbital
interesting.
drop,
Yeah.
drop Titan. For,
Yeah.
literally.
It's
Halo. OD.
So how long?
Literally what it,
ODST, orbital drop shock Titan.
What did you think of the new kids, the kid characters? Falco, Colt,
it'll be-
Gabby, fucking glasses.
I don't know. I mean, Andrew would know more because he's read the manga.
I haven't read much of the manga. I'm literally now up to date with where I've read.
Yeah.
Right.
This,
so,
from now on,
Obviously,
I am blind.
obviously, those kids are going to play a big part, right?
Yeah.
Or else they wouldn't
Yes.
focus on them.
Yes.
You know,
I
there's
don't know.
literally an
I
inheritance.
don't think it's in the way of in the way you think it might be, Mitch. Like their part
I don't
is
even know
going to
what I
be
think.
with who what sways Reiner, in my opinion. Their role,
That's what they were more teasing at in the second episode.
with
but
Reiner kind of
I'm just
Yeah,
more
but
having
keeping,
this
keeping
this
to the first.
change.
But is it the change to
Well, that's the thing, because we've got clearly,
Eren's side?
well, that's the thing. You see, Reiner clearly is still confused about it, and he's then in that last episode confuses Gabby, and Gabby goes, "Well, wait, what do you mean? They're just horrible people, right?" And you see her brain then ticking.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Gabby is going to be the original person that changes. And
we'll see. But
What I
again,
think is-
first episode, we'll get there.
What I think it is, it might be a thing of like seeing the parallels between these kids and Ryan and Cetera when they joined the
it's
Survey Corps. It's
absolutely.
like it's like
they're naive to it all.
Exact same. Why am I trying to murder my other people?
Yeah.
Or
well, you know, you've got like just Gabby, who's just like gung ho, going, "No, I'm gonna fucking kill anyone. I'll fucking do it to make it sure people like Eldians more." And then you've got, you know, Colt was his name. Was that the guy that looked like kid that looked like Reiner, kind of?
No, Falco.
No, Falco. So Colt was Falco's older.
Colt was the older one.
Yeah.
You've got then like Falco.
That was a really interesting scene, like they started up with in the first episode, where he's like massively concussed, looking up to the sky, like run. You know what it reminded me of, being an Australian. Not that I've been there. It was Gallipoli, like the stories of Gallipoli.
Yeah,
you know?
but
just running straight from the trenches into.
I had no idea where you were gonna go.
Yeah, I had no clue.
I was like, is he gonna say heat stroke or something?
No. But like, you know, coming out from the trenches right into machine gun fire, just like cannon fodder. They just didn't care. They just sacrificed their lives.
I also found it interesting how he dropped. It was interesting as well when like Gabby's waking him up and snapping him back in the trenches, and he goes,
I was flying
like,
with swords.
Are you? No, but who are you guys? Yeah, I was flying with swords. And I went, oh shit, because remember, they're meant to all be somewhat connected, so already hinting at his potential inheritance.
He's going to become the Armor Titan because he's
saying... I think something's going to happen to Gabby. I have this gut feeling something's going to happen to Gabby.
Either something happens to Gabby, or he just grabs it and then she kind of resents him for it. Because that's literally her life's purpose in her mind.
Yeah, you know? But I don't know, like, I feel like there's this weird thing that's happening where they're kind of pushing both, like, Gabby's clearly the Mikasa, where she's, like, she's just skill. She's pure skill, whereas Falco's just not that at all. And I wonder if what they're going to push is they're going to kind of push it like, she's the one that's going to get it, and then something's going to happen. Eren might even be the cause, and it might create a new enemy, Armored Titan.
Well, let's go back to characters that like the old seasons. Beast Titan.
Yes, Zeke came
in that battle.
Reveal.
In that new battle, yeah. With Reiner there as well.
He made more mistakes. He made more mistakes again. Like, he made that mistake again, which then caused Reiner to get absolutely butt-fucked with cannon fire. Yeah. Which I actually found...
that's why, more in the second episode, they're realizing, and what they said at the end of the first episode, the era of the Titan is going. That's why he made a mistake, because he didn't expect there to be weapons and such, I don't know, I guess strategies against them.
Like, for them to survive as well.
They literally got baited, and he was like, what the fuck?
But, like, it's that... I almost wonder, though, if it's, on top of that, this interesting little tidbit of information of where he also is kind of still a bit phased after... Because they mentioned again in the second episode, after what happened, where Levi nearly fucking rinsed his ass.
I was about to say... How far after that last episode of the season, or the last couple, are these episodes, you reckon?
Because it's been like 5, isn't it 4 or 5 years?
They said 4 years.
4 years, yeah. They
really?
Did. They said an amount of time.
They said they'd been on the island for 5 years and they'd come back.
Yeah, so it's been 4 years since. So they bring it up multiple times. It's been 4 years since you failed, since you lost, since you got.
They mentioned since 4 years since you failed, or like 4 years since your last fail.
That's a long time for nothing to happen, isn't it?
Well, it's a hot dude. It's like us trying to sail to Africa when we have primitive boats.
True.
You got to think about that. All of Eren's people don't have any experience traveling across the ocean.
True, they literally saw the ocean.
But they do mention that Marley has attempted to get back on multiple occasions and been stopped.
Yeah.
So that's why. So like they've been trying to get there, but how are you going to get to an island if you've got like a Titan defending
Why
it?
would you send ships, right? I mean, obviously you want to stop them, yeah, but they're trapped. They don't know how to build boats or anything like that. You sending ships there
because they want that founding Titan ability. That founding Titan is just.
I don't know why they would do
ability.
it without their Titans. That's all I'm saying.
What? Huh? What?
As in, why would you waste resources sending the boats when you know you're probably going to lose when your Titans, who are much stronger and smarter and know the terrain and who they're up against, lost themselves? You know? To me, it doesn't make sense. But I'm not
it's
military.
not. They're not sending people there to take it back. They're sending scout ships.
Is it just scout ships? Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're sending people to go there, find information, and be like, "Yo,
it was interesting. Just seeing them.
So time skip is 4 years.
Yeah.
So that's where the current
long time.
Season is set. Are you okay, Andrew?
Fucking something's caught on me, chair. Keep going.
No.
Yeah. So this new season's set 4 years after that final scene of season 3.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to think of the Beast Titan, you know? Or any of
them. Let's talk about the reveal. He's Aaron's half-brother.
We already knew that, though.
No, we didn't.
That's right.
Did we?
We already knew about Colt.
Yep. No.
Not Colt.
Not Colt, whatever his name is.
Zeke.
Yeah,
Beast
we already knew about it.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that arc about how...
We literally know about it in the flashback.
Yeah, his dad got to the island. I forgot that.
Yeah, he's the reason why his dad got taken to paradise, remember?
Yeah.
I knew the story. I didn't know it was him.
The bomb and pointed, and then and you see the blonde hair. As soon as I saw the blonde hair, blue eyes, I was like, Beast Titan. As soon as I saw the kid, I was like,
so it wasn't
actually gonna be the Beast Titan.
It wasn't said.
No.
It wasn't outright said, but I already realized it.
Well, I mean,
some of us aren't as big-brained as you.
No, because we've also talked about it back in the second season when we first see the blonde dude. You, Mitchell, actually said, "Fuck!" For a second, I thought that was Aaron's dad, but then I saw the blonde hair. Like, I mean, you look at him; he straight up looks
the silhouette thing. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So then
I don't remember the conversations we have.
So I thought it was just that was plain knowledge. As soon as you see you hear about blonde kid, his blonde child, you go, oh. And then the other one looked like Grisha, the adult Beast Titan.
Look, the way the episode played out, we're going into episode 2. I think it was meant to be a reveal.
It might have been.
I think it meant to have been a reveal for
the people who didn't click.
Yeah, for the people who didn't.
Or the people who forgot they clicked, talking about, like me.
Because the silhouette looks like Grisha. He looks like Grisha. There's that blonde kid who. Yeah.
Then you see his son who is blonde, blue eyes.
Actually,
okay, click.
The one thing you talked to me a little about, Andrew, and I wanted to bring up with you both, was the CGI.
Yes.
Did you notice it, Toro?
I did.
No. I noticed it very briefly for
the tanks. It was really well done.
When the tanks are moving, but it's
I noticed the Titans as well. The Titans were CG as well.
It's got that weird middle ground where it looks animated.
They did it better than last season's Colossal Titan. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Last season's Colossal Titan was dog shit.
Well, they did it more on solo shots of Titans, not like a wider, broader shot. That's more. That's still animated. That's still drawn.
Yeah.
But CGI was more, especially when Reiner's hand was blown off by one of the train cannons, and he's falling and his arms up there. That was one of the main CGI shots, and it was done really well. You can definitely tell the difference.
Well.
I think their animation's always been.
Well, this is a whole new studio,
really nice.
though. So this is a completely new studio. This is the same guys that did Jujutsu, so that's why animation and all that is a big conversation, because this is
really good.
For everyone. This was everyone's going, "Oh my god, this is One Punch Man season 2 all over again."
But you look at the quality of Jujutsu Kaisen and
Jujutsu gave me like it gave me confidence. But then I was also like, but they've put so much into Jujutsu. Have they then stagnated with like pulled that from it? But you know what? They snatched it.
They're doing really well so far.
They've stayed
very close to the.
They've stayed very close to the OG art style.
There are parts that look a little different, but like barely recognized.
Yeah.
Like
I think
instead of it being like a change in art style or anything, it looks like an actual progression. But like how time has progressed, it feels like the art style has progressed at this time, and that it actually really works in my opinion. The CGI was done phenomenally because Leon, who couldn't make it today, he said, "Oh yeah, the CGI. I don't know if you'll like it because I hate CGI in anime. Like fucking, I don't like it."
There was some really bad CGI stuff in anime, but this one I think is done well.
This one did it really
it's
well.
melted in and it looks natural, you know, and that's what you want with CGI.
They actually they did mold it really well with the background. I'm really amazed with how they did it. It reminds me of Jujutsu Kaisen's CGI as well. They did like the CGI 3D sceneries as well for a bit, and which is a lot, like used a lot in Jujutsu in their fight scenes. So I was really marveling at being able to utilize both of them.
Yeah.
It was honestly, I actually think these last two episodes, personally, has got me more excited for Attack on Titan than anything previously had for a long time. I enjoyed parts of the last season, like the ending scene, like parts were fucking amazing. But like season 2 to me is one of the biggest letdowns of anime. The beginning of season 3 was boring as all hell for me. I couldn't stand the Historia arc. Like I was just like, this is so fucking boring. Couldn't care less.
But the other ones was really
they get to the final fight with the Colossal. That was great. That was really awesome. That was amazing. Like, but then I'm personally one of those proponents of. I didn't enjoy the fact that they then brought back yet another character from Death with Titan, which was
No, why not? I thought they did it really interesting.
They did it well.
What other character did they bring back?
Armin.
It was either him or Commander. What's his name?
They did a really interesting choice with it, but I was just like, another character's back because they're a Titan.
What do you mean another one?
Well, because you had Eren have it, like he died, then comes back. Armin's dying, and then it's like boom.
That's just plot.
That's Eren's thing. That's the whole reveal.
Yeah.
Like, that's not,
no,
that's
of course.
That's not him dying and then them being like, oh no.
For them, he did die, but that was fine. The first time was fine. I just didn't like it when it was done again with Armin. That was my problem. It was more just I was like, okay, another they've like tried to put this like big character death. Oh no, Armin sacrificed himself, and then
I don't think it was about the character death. I think it was about the mentality
I don't think it's a matter of like
much. I personally just didn't like it. You can like it all you want. I didn't.
No, it's not about liking it or not. I just think you can't really compare it to like, they just sort of brought someone back.
These other characters constantly die, but there's always that group, the group of 7 that still have like barely been touched with death. Like that's just it's just a frustration I get with like a massive group of these MCs are still just kicking it forward. Some of them you're like, you should not still be here. Like you should be fucking dead.
Yeah,
that continuance of like, these characters specifically do have plot armor.
No, I see what you're saying there, but I think in terms of the way it was done.
No, the way if they were going to do it anyway, I would rather them do it that way. I still just would rather them just not touch it.
Well, what was the commander's name? The blonde-haired badass? Edwin, that's it. That's right. No, I think Armin's thing was done really well, and it isn't like a plot armor bullshit, because they literally had this and planned to give it to
but what he's saying,
Edwin, sorry.
What Andrew's saying is that for Connie, Sasha, Eren, Mikasa,
they've all like managed to go through these literally just everyone else would die, and then they're surviving, and then
but I don't think you can put Armin's thing in there.
No, but Armin literally died. He sacrificed himself, and so you're like, holy shit, finally, like a really massive main character death. And then it's like, but we've got
Erwin was massive.
Erwin was massive.
Erwin was big, but compared to like someone where you've been with Arwen the whole time. Arwen, in my opinion, would have been a big.
We're getting sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked.
No. But like that's just like my opinion. I think Arwen's death would have been a really awesome, like a good death for the characters.
No.
Whereas,
no, I see where you're coming from.
I just don't agree.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just don't agree.
I understand, but I
also just doesn't help. I fucking hate Armin as a character. I think.
Yeah, that's true. I've never heard this man rant so much about one character. For me, AOT. I love that shit.
No, it's a great show.
It would be no, but for me, and this is gonna sound people are probably gonna judge me because I'd put it in my top 5.
No, that's not a problem, man. Like I'd say AOT is one of the closest things, and a lot of anime YouTubers and stuff say the same thing. It is probably the closest thing to a modern masterpiece.
And
something like the older shows that have like made such a big statement in terms of modern anime.
And the thing is with AOT, like for example, in my case, it was the first one, Andrew. It wasn't the first anime I watched. Obviously, we were all exposed to it as kids, but it was the first one where I watched it and like in Japanese, and that was the transfer from watching stuff like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon to now I'm going and search for a lot more anime.
Yeah.
I love this shit.
No, it's phenomenal. It's really, and I think they're going in really some direction.
I know both of you listen to this stuff more than me, but what did you think of the opening song?
I actually really liked it.
I didn't mind it, but
I didn't think it was
the first opening will never be topped.
Oh really? I like what was it?
I literally like all of the openings. Literally
all the openings.
Opening for me
I think this new one is the worst. Out of all of them. I think this new one isn't that good. It doesn't have the same energy or feel.
I like the other ones. Opening though because it is conveying what we're getting right now, which is more. It just seems like a fucking jumble of just fucking mess. Like when I hear this, I'm going and like you see all the photos coming in, all the scenes they're showing, and it's like this massive mind fuck of just devastations of war and shit. And like I really actually enjoy the new opening.
I don't think
because I think it suits what we're seeing right now.
It definitely does.
I would rather this opening than like if they would have put the first opening to this section of the anime, I'd be like, no, fuck, this doesn't make sense.
Fair enough. I actually think fell in love with last season's opening. I thought that was the best out of all.
Great. I don't think it's the best, but it's great.
It's such a banger. I love it.
Look, as
we all differ in our opening opinions. Mine's the second. That's my favorite.
Oh wow! Get this guy out of here.
That's probably the diehard out of the three of us. Fucking.
What do you mean?
100% the first one. First one, I've never been so.
I had sex with the bees and the Jaeger.
Aroused by an opening ever.
For me, it's the second opening actually.
Second one's literally the first one. The first one's the best one. Then the second one's the second best one.
No.
I actually, honestly, personally, I think they're all pretty on point.
They're all amazing. But
I think the beginning of Sasagio is just trash. The opening to Sasagio is so fucking boring.
I love it, bro.
I just enjoy it. Once it gets to that
when they're charging with the fucking horses, man, I'm in for the ride, man.
No, I just think
the fucking dinosaurs as well popping up in like random places.
I don't know. I think the second one.
That was weird. Yeah, sure. I was just talking about the song.
The second one for me is just so good, just because again, like each part, it makes sense how it's being sung. The first one was just like pure horror.
So ranking the 4 songs, what would you give it? Like, if you give season 4, where would you put season 4 among the rankings?
This opening?
Yeah, season 4 is at the bottom, but 100%, it's at the bottom compared to the rest.
I would also put it.
That's not saying it's bad, because I've seen people saying it's trash. It's the worst fucking anime I've ever heard. And it's like, it's not bad at all. I think it's really good, actually. It's
It's
better
really-
than a lot of
I'm gonna
modern
edit
anime.
it so Andrew doesn't say that at the start. He just says it's the worst. It's trash. It's
Fucking trash.
I'm just gonna be modern media. I'm just gonna cut out all the things that give you context,
Jesus.
But,
just so you agree with me.
sorry, I just clicked with what you said.
What?
I'm gonna be modern media.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the modern media. Fuck yeah. If you were gonna open up with fucking anti-Christian religion jokes, I can say something about modern media.
It wasn't. It wasn't. What? No, it was all bad in general. That whole joke. It wasn't even anti-Christian. That joke
It was just bad.
bad.
It was just
That's
really
right.
bad.
It was just bad.
I'm not anti-Christian.
I'm not religious, and I got offended. Jesus.
It's just the Catholics.
Look, you know what? Maybe we should just bleep Andrew out.
No, I reckon we should.
Every video
Alright,
we put out.
Tolga, do you
just
want to do the
mute
intros
Andrew.
from now on?
Yeah, alright.
Tolga will
Why
do the
not?
intros.
Yeah, baby.
Anyways, let's. Okay, I guess we can move more into episode 2, not season 2.
Yeah.
Because I know we all want to talk about that. Because a little more information, more juicy gossip
Yes.
to talk about in that one.
This was all just dialogue dumping this episode.
Yeah, but it was interesting. It really was.
Yes,
Also,
absolutely.
first
It
thing I
was-
wanted to
It was
mention.
dialogue dump. That wasn't that like 10-minute section of them in that one room.
No, it was interesting.
Which is how it should be done.
Hmm.
Like, because often it's just like, it's that weird shonen thing, and I always talk about this.
Well, this isn't a show.
Well, like, well,
that's just an immediate bonus.
Well, either way, it's
Humor
that
him.
weird shonen thing of when people are talking, it's just like dramatic pan to this person's face, dramatic pan to that person's face, dramatic pan to this person's face, even closer pan to that one's face. It's like, all right, we get it, relax.
Yeah, whenever there's like a group of people, like main characters in a room, they have to give the time to every character to give a reaction or a one-liner. And I'm like, we get it, okay?
I think
We don't need everyone to be like, oh no!
Yeah, exactly.
I think the best part about how they did the dialogue dump was
Nani?
it's not like every other anime where it's like, now let me take you back 10 years. And it takes about the whole episode to explain it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
They don't just explain one thing for the whole episode. They're talking. They're essentially building up multiple plot lines for this finale.
Yeah,
You know, they brought up
It's
multiple things and
done really well.
like kind of concluded and given you information on multiple things.
I think they're going to do that whole thing of with season 1, where like the first 5 episodes, like, oh yeah, shit happened, you know, it seems stereotypical, and then in that 5th episode, shit just hits the fucking fan,
Mm.
and you're just like, holy fuck, what just happened? I'm just going, someone please explain to me what I just saw.
I mean,
So
And you rewatch it and rewatch it, and you're like,
A Titan that we didn't really talk about much from the first episode and second one is
Emir's Titan.
the jaw one.
Emir's Titan.
yeah.
What'd you call it?
Ymir.
It's Emir's Titan.
Yeah,
It was
Ymir.
what
Ymir.
it was.
Yeah, wasn't that Titan the friend of
Yeah,
So
that was
what's the
Ymir.
yeah,
And then, so she's died now. She's passed.
that's just been
'Cause she-
confirmed. She's gone
I
Yeah.
mean,
because she was
didn't
captured
die in
last
the
season.
last season,
No,
right?
that was the reveal.
No.
That's what I was saying.
that was
Like
the reveal.
information
They-
was told to us so quickly and so nonchalant.
I mean, like, yes, but then at the same time, you go, oh, I guess, to be fair, it was an age thing, not just I died in battle. Like, it was she'd been a Titan already for so long.
Mm,
Because remember, she became a Titan early on by accident.
yeah,
And so,
because she ate someone's friend
Right.
just as a random Titan.
Reiner and Bertolt's friend.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 And so she became a Titan by accident. And
Mm.
so she'd been a Titan for since she was like quite young, like 12-ish, younger even, give or take. So
Mm.
it's been like close to 10-ish years of her being a Titan, and there's isn't it 13 years or?
I don't know. Anyway, she's.
I don't know. To me, that was new information.
she was-
that whole-
because they mention it in the last season. I think Armin had 13 years when they found out, and this
Right.
is just after Armin had turned into the Colossal Titan.
Right.
So
Well, she was captured. She was brought back to the main island, or mainland.
Well, she joined them. She didn't get captured. She joined them.
She was captured and
like
then
that.
she joined them.
It didn't look like that.
It seemed like she was forced into joining them.
In the scene, in the anime, in the scene where it's like, oh, we got back the Jaw Titan, bro, she's chained up and she's hanging like this.
No. But that was one of her previous.
That's one of the rituals. I think that's how they do it.
That was meant to be a flashback.
Yeah, it's a flashback of when they
killed her.
She originally also wrote a letter to Historia in the 3rd season. She read a letter from Ymir, who mentions, "I can't believe I chose them over you." She literally says that to them. So she didn't choose it, but then they.
I don't think it was of old age. I think they forced it out of her.
They may well have as well,
because it didn't look like.
I just took it as she hit a certain point and then they.
Well, because they didn't talk well about her either. He was like, he called her, the one that took her power called her a pitiful woman.
Yeah, so they probably did take it, but she did originally leave willingly.
Yeah.
She did, but she was definitely in two minds about it.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But now she's dead. She's gone.
They've gone. Well, now we've got you.
So now we've been introduced to this new Jaw Titan of Gilead,
who can actually use the Jaw Titan's power properly.
Yeah,
that should be pointed out.
He also looks like a cunt too, so he's gonna die. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. Like the only Titans that'll be like survive until the very, very end will be, Zeke and Reiner, and then Eren as well. Because there'll be.
Did you say Zeke and who?
Reiner.
Oh, Reiner.
Yeah. The ones that have been now there and have either now stood out as a villain like Zeke, or Reiner, who is potentially going to become a turncoat.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited because it's got, especially since the second half of the 3rd season, it's got that momentum.
Yes, which I think the 3rd season didn't have, because, like I said, in my opinion, the 2nd season was a really bad season. It had some of the best scenes. The announcements, but of like who the Armored and Colossal Titan are, and that whole scene is great. But as a majority, though, in my opinion, it was really poorly done throughout the rest of it. It was slow.
It'd be interesting to see how they execute this season, especially with all the characters together very soon. I'm imagining next episode.
I mean, this is all-out war. This is not just Titan-human war. This is
with the stakes so high, it just means you really got to make sure that the execution of this arc is done so well.
The worst thing that's going to happen is if this momentum just doesn't go anywhere.
So far, from what I've heard from Leon, who's up to date on the manga, he said it's there.
Yeah, but we all know that sometimes the manga and anime don't always have the same effect. So we'll see what happens.
But in my opinion, Attack on Titan as an anime is so many more leagues above the manga.
I have confidence in it. Don't get me wrong.
I think if the mangas manage to hit these beats so well, I have a lot more faith with this anime versus some others, just because this anime has always been leagues above, in my opinion.
I have faith in it, but they just got to make sure they do it.
They try match manga like frame for frame.
They do really.
They try really hard.
And the only time they don't is when it just physically doesn't make sense in a video format.
Yes.
to frame to frame. But you know what, guys? I think because this is the first episode, I think we've talked quite a bit about AOT. So I think
really good couple episodes. Hopefully they get more into the juice of it next episode next week.
Yes, fingers crossed. Absolutely fingers crossed.
Sasadio.
But no, let's get into some other small things. I wanted to talk about anime coming out winter season.
All right, let's do it.
You're gonna
Quick.
slap us with this list.
I wanna
Yeah.
I wanna know what's coming out.
I'm going to tell you the ones that I think are the most interesting for us. Season 2 of Promised Neverland.
Hate the show. God, it's just so bad. I am not excited at all.
I again,
finished that
this
shit.
will be covering what I've read in the manga, but I can't wait to see this.
I finished that shit at like 4 a.m.
I can't wait to watch this in anime.
I watched like 7 episodes from like I think it was like from 1 to 4 a.m.
It fucked me up, fam. It's such a good show.
Yeah.
All right, what else? Hit me with it.
Stone season 2 is coming out.
What was it?
I didn't like Doctor Stone season 2.
Oh yeah, good.
I didn't like the anime.
Dude,
I love it. I thought it was good.
I love that shit so much.
It was a good show. Yeah.
So fantastic.
Doctor Stone was like Black Clover, where I just could not stand the brown-haired dude's voice. And I was
Dude,
like,
he's not even in it for like half the season.
Yeah, but trust me, he's in it a lot more now. Where I'm at. But anyway, so I was just like, I can't watch it, so I stopped and just read it.
Dr. Stone was good.
Doctor Stone's great. Yeah. I love reading the manga. The manga was awesome. We got second season of Reincarnated as a Slime. Couldn't care less. Personally.
Sweet.
That's hilarious.
Continuation of the second season of ReZero. Yes, boy. January 6th.
Quickly. That's good.
Yeah. Well, the only reason it was delayed is because of Corona. They couldn't keep.
That's good. That's good. It was a really good last half season. Yeah. So it was a half season, was it, last time?
Yeah.
That was really good. So I'm excited for more.
Can't wait for that. We got like some more like Cells at Work, all that jazz. But I think those ones personally are the big.
They're the big ones.
They're the new seasons. They're the repeats. Obviously, I'm not mentioning any of the new shows because, quite frankly, there are so many.
I'm just waiting for season 5 of IQ.
Anything about the Shield Hero?
No.
Yeah.
Shield Hero, my boy.
I'm with
that
you.
was simulcasting the same time as Reincarnated as a Slime.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also that was following a light novel that was a lot smaller than Slime.
But
like it didn't have as much out.
It didn't finish though. The show didn't finish.
No.
No, but the light novel's not finished.
Right. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And they were following the light novel, which on top of that, the manga's then nowhere near finished. They progressed past the manga even in the anime. Like, it's just fucking...
Right.
So I think they've just got to wait a little bit.
Well, yeah.
But no, I wanted to also wrap this up with one more thing. Tolga, you missed out on my little game last week. Mitchell, you did this game, but I want Tolga to do the same game. Let
me lean back and go into my darkness void.
Tolga, so this is guessing if this light novel title is real or fake.
Oh God, we've done this before. Okay, hit me, slap me.
Hello, I am a witch, and my crush wants me to make a love potion.
Yes, that's a light novel.
That is.
The
dirty way to destroy the goddess's heroes.
That's a light novel.
Yeah. The Master Swordsman of Excalibur! Exclamation mark. Nah. Okay. Suppose a kid from the last Dungeon Boonies moved to a starter town.
Yes.
I mean, of course it is. Like, how do you think it's not? Mitchell, we can barely see you because of the lighting.
Yeah.
No, I know. I said I was going into my darkness void. I'm not answering. I got all of these right except one.
Huh?
I got all of these right because he asked me in the last podcast all of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're good.
Chef's Kiss in Another World.
My favorite.
Say that again.
Chef's Kiss in Another World with my cooking stove.
Yeah, come on, surely.
No, I made that one.
Oh wait, no.
Try the light novel, man.
Oh, there's another one that's my favorite. Hang on, I think
I'm in a game, and I'm just an NPC.
Oh, no, that seems too specific.
It's
I
fake.
say it's fake, yeah.
I saved too many girls and I caused the apocalypse.
Yes, that's a light novel. That's a light novel.
Now, boys, let's finish this off with the final game.
Oh, so we both only got one wrong.
Yeah,
but we got different ones wrong, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember which one you got wrong, Mitchell.
Let's just say I got them all right. I'm happy with that. Since we
But
forgot.
Mitchell also enjoyed my chef's kiss.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I know.
That's a good one. That's
Stupid.
That's
stupid.
so dumb. It should be a lot.
Alright.
Why hasn't anyone thought of this?
Alright, let's wrap this up. Come on.
Yeah. So this is guess the anime character, but
Ugh.
it's poorly described.
Asta.
He likes candy. It helps him think.
Why do I know this?
Oh, is it fucking? Is it light?
Yeah. No, well, not light.
L.
L. Yeah, I haven't seen Death Note.
Cat.
It's one of them. One of them like salty, the other one like sweet, or some shit like that. That's what it was, or some.
Oh, no, I don't know.
The one that, like, always had candy.
Yeah.
He wants to become the head of the country.
Naruto.
Jamie's useless around water.
Luffy?
No.
What? Useless around water.
Say that again.
Useless around water.
He wants to become the head of the country.
It's a
But
shame
he's-
he's useless around water. This one does like encapsulate so many.
Is this the slime guy?
This isn't slime.
Forget his name.
Head of the country, but useless around water.
He wants to become the Führer. It's a shame he's useless around water.
Is it Lelouch?
No.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
We both giving up?
Oh.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Roy Mustang.
Who?
Roy Mustang.
Who the fuck's Roy Mustang?
Full Metal Up.
Oh God! You just destroyed your. You just destroyed your friendship with him.
I've watched it. I forget things very quickly. Let that be known.
10 years old and is on an adventure with his pet mouse.
That's Ash from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Hey, he's 12, all right.
He's 10.
Is he 12?
No,
I
he's
don't
10.
know. He's been 10 for 50 years, so just let the man have his...
Cat. She loves potatoes. A lot.
Sasha.
Attack on Titan. Yeah, thank you.
Sasha.
Couldn't remember her name.
She suddenly got very hungry, but she can't eat. She sleeps instead to make her feel better.
The sister from Demon Slayer. What's her name?
I'm giving that to Mitch. Yeah, it's Nezuko.
Nezuko. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like Nico.
Nico-chan.
I was like, I could not figure it out.
Also,
Okay.
since you mentioned the potatoes before you go on, can we mention that it was Reiner that used the analogy of the fucking potato scene?
To show, like, kind of how he's trying to say they're bad people, but instead showing they're humane. So they're humans.
Yeah.
It's like that was like the point.
He only
Yeah.
gave him half the potato, but it wasn't even near half the potato. What a monster. I was like, oh my god, this is half a meme, but half serious.
It's cracked.
What the fuck?
Okay, last two. 100 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats
Asta?
No.
for the 10 km run.
Asta?
No, that's the One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I was
horrible.
thinking like Asta's like daily routine workout, because he does do that shit a lot.
You know, but that's like specifically his.
But I think
like,
he does more
like,
than 100.
Specific like whole.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, you're right, you're right, yeah.
His shadow is his friend, but everything is such a drag.
Oh, Shikamaru.
Shikamaru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who won that. I actually don't know.
We'll get half a point each.
I stopped counting. Like after the water one, I stopped counting. And
I
the
don't have
water
an
one-
education, I can't count, so I'm good.
Nice.
Yeah.
At least you're not fecal.
Might as well be.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, that's it.
Hustle.
Eve edition.
Yeah, let's do it. Right, Andrew.
Think of Logical Witch. Got the new book. Can't wait to sniff it.
No one
Anyway.
cares, Andrew. People want to say goodbye.
I care. But anyway.
I want to go.
You said that so sad.
Um,
You were so sad.
let's do the same sign off, yeah? 3, 2, 1. You've been Nerd Spice.